I'd have to be pretty stupid to write a book about killing and then kill somebody the way I described it in my book. I'd be announcing myself as the killer.
You won't believe some shocking truths about these actresses from the 90s and the roles they played. The 90s gave us talented actors who were not just iconic, but also spectacular in their roles. Some of them may have played their roles a tad too well and earned themselves a lot of hate and backlash on and even off screen sometimes. Shocking, isn't it? In today's episode, we'll be talking about top 10 female leads in the 90s that we couldn't stand, but we still watched. They were talented, at least most of them were. They were Hollywood standard, and they sure did know how to fit into their roles, whether it was messy, villainous, or sociopathic. If ever you wondered why they were disliked, this video will definitely answer your questions. Let's get right to it. Sharon Stone, Katherine Treml. You cannot possibly have a list of disliked female leads and not have Sharon Stone. She is known to have starred in a variety of remarkable movies throughout her career, from playing the role of Lori Quaid in the sci-fi movie Total Recall to the hit erotic thriller movie Basic Instinct, which was released in 1992. Sharon Stone was featured in the movie as the antagonist with the name Katherine Treml. She embodied the role so perfectly, well, maybe too well, and this earned the character attention from critics everywhere. People who watched the show criticized Katherine Treml for being overly manipulative and violent. The LGBT community in particular were not pleased with how the character was depicted. They criticized the character for contributing to the stereotype of bisexuals being evil, heightening the struggles of the community at the time. Despite the negative reviews, people couldn't ignore Sharon Stone's excellent acting skills and her embodiment of the character. Next up, we've got Sarah Michelle Gellar, Buffy Summers. Popularly known for her role as Buffy Ann Summers in the movie Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Sarah Michelle Gellar is another notable actress who got criticism for certain qualities the character displayed. If you are or were a Buffy fan, then you know what's coming. Viewers were displeased by how arrogant and selfish she would be at times, and her love life was nothing to write home about. But on the brighter side, fans still loved her because she was an iconic female lead. She had the responsibility of saving the world, and she did all that while still maintaining her epic haircut. This takes us to number 3, Nola Stapleton, Mandy Salter. Sometimes actresses play their role exceptionally well, and people find it difficult to draw the line between the actress and the character. Nola Stapleton falls in the list of the many who have received hate for playing a role too well. EastEnders was a popular British soap opera released in 1985. It featured a good number of notable British actors, alongside teen actor Nola Stapleton, who played the role of Mandy Salter. The character, Mandy Salter, was such an antagonistic character, she drove the viewers mad with her rebellious and manipulative behavior. People loved the show, but they absolutely loathed Mandy Salter, and even went as far as trolling the actress. Thumbs up to Nola Stapleton for playing her role impressively, albeit at the cost of her peace, as she was disliked by a few in and out of the show. How thrilling it must feel to be so talented and hated for it. Speaking of getting hate, our number 4 female lead certainly got her fair share. And for number 4 we have Shannon Doherty, Brenda Walsh. The late actress was popularly known for her role in the hit show Beverly Hills 90210, which was released in 1990. She played the role of Brenda Walsh, a young, promising lady who moves to Beverly Hills, California with her family. Interestingly, the actress lived a completely different life from the character she portrayed in the show, and this fueled hate, as expected, from the viewers. Brenda Walsh was the definition of proper and righteous, but the actress, Shannon Doherty, was anything but that. The media often showed Doherty being the bad girl, contrary to her role as good girl on the show, bringing her a lot of negative reactions from the viewers. But that didn't get her to make any efforts to be a Brenda Walsh. The show maintained its popularity by addressing major issues common with youth and teenagers, like drug abuse and racism, despite the hate on Brenda Walsh. Moving on to Robin Wright, Jenny Curran. Hollywood actress Robin Wright is famously known for her role as Jenny Curran in the blockbuster movie Forrest Gump. Although she has featured in other movies like The Princess Bride before she got featured in Forrest Gump. Her acting skills have gained her awards and recognition, but a role that got her so much attention was her role in Forrest Gump as Jenny Curran. Jenny Curran, to put it point blank, was a hated and misunderstood character by some of the viewers. Her character was a controversial one. Some people saw her to be selfish, promiscuous, and manipulative, especially in her relationship with Forrest, her on-screen love interest. When her character faced certain misfortunes, some fans saw it as her punishment. While the lead actress received so much backlash, the show had a considerably good level of attention from viewers. For number 6, we have the famous Sarah Jessica Parker, who is known for her role as Carrie Bradshaw in Sex and the City. Her character as Carrie Bradshaw brought her so much recognition, but it was a very unlike character. Viewers complained of her selfish and lavish ways, deeming her as foolish because she barely had enough and still spent so much. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? Most viewers did not have anything positive to say about her character. Some even said that every bad thing that happened to her was well deserved. Now that is a very strong hate for a fictional character. Viewers still loved the show, regardless of the criticism the female lead got. Next up, number 7, Jennifer Aniston, Rachel Green. Jennifer Aniston's rise to fame, interestingly, was through the least-liked character, Rachel Green. Rachel Green was one out of the 6 leads in the comedy series Friends. Friends was such a loved show by many for different reasons. Was it Chandler's sarcastic remarks, or how the characters felt so relatable? It was like watching real life come alive on TV. Fans loved everything about the show. Well, everything except Jennifer Aniston's character, Rachel Green. She received criticism for a good number of things, actually. First, it was her unstable relationship with Ross. Then, she was seen as selfish, indecisive, manipulative, and even immature. All in all, she was human, and as much as it irked some viewers to keep watching her, they couldn't help but fall in love with her over time. Moving to the next female lead, we have number 8, Fran Drescher, Fran Fine. You may recognize her or not, but she played the role Fran Fine in the show The Nanny. Did you know it wasn't just a coincidence that she bore the same name as the character Fran? The show was actually a semi-autobiography, created by her and her husband, Peter Mark Jacobson. But she faced a few critics who complained of the character being unnecessarily loud and too whiny in her speech. Some claimed they found it almost annoying, even if it was all supposed to be a part of the show. Fran Fine's loud nature couldn't be ignored, and even if critics found it annoying, it was still part of what made the show worth watching. We're heading down to the semi-final. Number 9, Kalista Flockheart, Ally McBeal. The actress was first known for her role as Ally McBeal in the series Ally McBeal, before featuring in other shows. Ally plays a young lawyer working in Boston's law firm. The character is seen as complex and, for some critics, overly dramatic, self-obsessed, and showed too much vulnerability, which was not a good representation for women. On a more sensitive note, Kalista was subjected to body shaming too, leading her to spiral into depression, but unfortunately for the critics, and fortunately for her, she would bounce back. Regardless, fans of the show followed through till the end. And finally, for the last, but certainly not the least in our top 10, we have Jenny Garth, Kelly Taylor. She played the role of Kelly Taylor in 90210 Beverly Hills. Fun fact, she and her co-female lead, Shannon Doherty, who played Brenda Walsh, had a series of clashes off-screen. Their relationship was confirmed to be complicated for a while, just as it was on screen. But why was Kelly Taylor disliked and still watched? Well, she embodied the character of being cold, lacking empathy, which made viewers dislike her to some extent. But she was still understood as a result of her past, so the viewers couldn't help sticking around. And that's a wrap for today's episode. We hope you enjoyed it. And as we say goodbye to today's episode, take a moment to remember your childhood or teenage years, where everything seemed simple, and watching your favorite stars on TV seemed like it would last forever. Were there any actresses or characters you hope we would mention? Don't hesitate to drop in the comments section below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content like this. Until next time, bye!